Welcome to week 13 of our course. This week we're going to turn our attention to really the last major project you'll engage in the course, a position paper assignment. The final draft of the position paper will be due April 27th. So we've got about 3 weeks that we're going to invest in this assignment. Looking at what you're going to encounter here, I'm going to drive your attention to 3 sections of a little seagull. The section W7 on arguments, R3 is on synthesizing ideas, and R16 on reading strategies. Important to realize that argument, persuasive paper, position paper, these are all kind of names for the same kind of process. Certainly synthesizing ideas is going to be important. You will no doubt be writing about a topic in which you're learning along with your readers. So synthesizing the ideas of other sources into your paper is going to be important. And of course, your credibility depends on not just the quality of those sources, but how accurately and correctly you integrate those sources. The reading strategies will be helpful as well. You're going to be, out of necessity, looking at a lot of sources and determining whether or not those sources are going to be helpful to you. So focusing your reading will get you through that process a little quicker. 2 chapters of They Say, I Say will offer helpful strategies as well. One about editing and one about, and chapter 14 really is about identifying main points as you're reading. So you'll watch 3 videos. The one you're watching now, there's a short video in which I explain the position paper assignment, and then another one in which I go through the idea of selecting a topic, identifying a research question, making an initial claim, and beginning the process of identifying the reasons that support the claim. As you see here, that'll also be the focus of this week's forum, in which you kind of pick a topic and explore those 3 elements of it. And the other writing assignment this week will be a preliminary working bibliography using the research question you identify for this position paper. This in format will be the same as the previous assignment, although you're in this preliminary working bibliography, I'm asking you to identify a minimum of 5 sources related to that research question. We'll revise, update this in next week's module. After you've looked at some of these sources, you'll have the opportunity to eliminate the ones that are going to be useful and add new sources. So keep in mind that the process of finding the sources that support the reasons that support the claim, that's the real work of this particular assignment. And it is certainly not the work of a single evening or a single weekend for that matter. You'll want to be sure that as your thinking on the topic evolves, your working bibliography evolves too, so that you end up with the best sources to write your paper, and also a list of the sources you'll need to cite in your paper. All right, here's the position paper assignment. Here's a video that explains the assignment, a video that explains concept of topic, research, question, claims, and reasons. Here's the forum, and created the Turnitin link here that sort of outlines the basic requirements of it. Remember to refer back to the sample working bibliography from last week's assignment for formatting. You do not need to include ebooks or peer-reviewed sources. You're free to if you find sources that you think will be helpful, or those are the kinds of sources you want to include, but you're not required to use those types of sources. If you would need then to evaluate popular sources using the criteria we discussed earlier. So that's week 13. The first of 3 weeks we'll concentrate on this project, and that means that it's April, friends. We're getting down to the end. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. And let me say one more thing. Before you get into the work of identifying the research question and doing the working bibliography, I strongly advise you to email me the topic you have in mind. Watch the video on selecting a topic and making a claim. Then send me an idea or maybe a couple of ideas, and I'll be happy to email with you in helping you refine that research question, maybe that initial claim, or to talk you out of an idea that I see as problematic. All right, so look forward to hearing from you during the week. And of course, if you want to talk this over, email me and we'll set up a session via Zoom. All right, thanks.